Yo, it's your boy Marcus from City back with another video. Today, we are going to be talking about how to fix COD Mobile Zombies. I'm going to lay out my step-by-step instructions for how I think it should happen and what the process should be to bring this mode back to life, right? And what they can do to make it better. Plus, we also need to talk about why this is the forgotten game mode, which I think most people understand, right? You got multiplayer, ton of people play that. BR, ton of people play that. And then zombies, I don't know anybody that ever plays this. Like, nobody on my friends list that I've seen is ever in a zombies match. Except me. Which is very rare, as you can see here. So, let's talk about it. How do we fix this game mode? And what's wrong with this game mode? Right? I think it might be my most viewed video now, is how COD Mobile Zombies failed. And in that, I just outlined pretty much the lack of content and a lot of the changes that are made to this zombies version that just aren't really good. The lack of content being the biggest thing. COD Mobile is about to be 6 years old, which is crazy to say. And guess what? We still have one map. One round-based zombies map. That is absurd. That's insane, right? Now, I know you guys will probably remember back in the day, Nocturne Totem was leaked and was put into, I believe, the Garena servers, so you could play it there. But Nocturne Totem is an even more simplistic map than Shino Numa, which is already in the game. So that's like a breadcrumb, you know what I mean? Nocturne Totem is literally the size of the building that I'm in right now. That's how big Nocturne Totem is. So it is something, right? I'm not trying to discount that as not a map, that's not content. That's totally fine. If that was ready, put that in next season. You know what I mean? And that's something. Give us something to do with this mode, because this mode has been relatively useless the entire time it's been in the game, right? What else can they do, right? Content is the problem, because nothing's been put into this mode in I don't even know how many years. Since they brought it back like 3.5 years ago, there hasn't been a single thing put into here worth anything. I think maybe they upgraded like the battle pass system a little bit for this mode, and that's it. So I've been maxed out on the battle pass for who knows how long, and I never play this like at all. I never play it. So we need content, right? I'm going to keep reiterating, content is one of the biggest issues with this mode. Now, this is probably the most casual mode in COD Mobile, even more so than PUB, BR, or Public Match Multiplayer. Like, this is, you're fighting AI, right? But it's supposed to be fun. I enjoy it. I always find it fun to kind of hop back into here every once in a while. That's how I do it on console. It's just good to hop in, just have some fun, chill out, relax. You know what I mean? And there's nothing to really do, right? When you put in these kind of maps, like the Easter eggs, which I could talk about at another video, Easter eggs aren't really all that. The map layout's not all that. This is one of, in my opinion, the worst maps ever. Like, I don't like this map. I know if you play on console, you're like, oh my god, Shino Numa, iconic map, like old school map. Yeah, it's that, but there's been 75 maps made, and 60 of them are better than this one. You know what I mean? It's just very bare bones. There's not a lot going on. Same with Nocturne Totem. It's very bare bones, not much going on, because it was the first map ever created. So we need a little more than that, right? If you can put in, and I had this debate with somebody the other day, if you can put in Blackout, right? Blackout is a BR map that's huge. If you can put that into COD Mobile BR, right? And Cry, and Alcatraz, plus Isolated, you know what I mean? And they leaked that they might bring back Uzbekistan from console. That's a 5th BR map. That's another one, right? If you can do all that, why can't you put in one good zombies map, right? I'm just saying, like, the zombies map can't be bigger than the BR map. You know what I mean? Like, they probably look at it and be like, nobody really plays zombies, so we're not going to put content in it. Well, maybe if you put content in it, so people would play it. Right, I have no desire to play Shino Numa at all. Right, I don't like this map. I don't really like the mode. It's not fun. It's not enjoyable. So why would I ever play it? Now, if you put a new map in here, guess what? I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna play it a bunch because I want to play the new map. You put a new battle pass in here with the new map, guess what? Now I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it a bunch because I want to beat up the battle pass and get that stuff unlocked. Now, one of the other things that I think they dislike about the zombies mode is that people don't really like how can they monetize it? And one of the systems, as you can see where I'm aiming, is the coin system. That's basically the Gobblegum system from console, right? And the Gobblegum system made them a ton of money, right? Same with the not necessarily the elixirs, but the elixirs, the Gobblegums, and the Fate and Fortune cards, right? They're basically power-ups. That's all they are. So that made them a killing, because you would have to, if you want more of those good cards, you got to pay for it, right? So they would make a lot of money. Here, you just get it for free. So they don't really have a way to monetize it, so it's hard for them to really put effort into it to care about the mode, because nobody else cares about the mode, because no effort was ever really put in originally. So what we need is a new map, right? October's coming up. Whatever the new season is in October, we put in a new map with that season, right? Nocturne Totem. It's already in the game file somewhere. Pick it up, put it in. It's very simple. It's going to hold people over for a bit. Get them off your back for saying that you guys just don't do anything to this mode. Hey, here's this little map. Here you go. And then during that time, you put in a new battle pass for the mode, right? People will get back on, play it. They'll be able to have some sort of replay value. You also, I know there's a group that likes Undead Siege. I have made several videos talking about how bad that mode is, but I don't like it. I don't like open world zombies. I want round-based zombies. I want to hop in, see if I can get to round 100, or just live as long as I can, because I don't have time to hit round 100, because I can't play for 16 hours straight. Anyway, now, one of the other things I wanted to talk about with this mode is, like, what are the possibilities? What can we see in the future? Why does this mode kind of lack replay value when it just has one map, right? And then you have Undead Siege, right? Undead Siege has a ton of content. There's a lot of things you can do there. You can master the turrets and things like that. Well, at this point, everybody's kind of already done that. Like, anybody who was interested in the mode has probably already done that. I've actually got a video planned one day to actually rank all the turrets and pretty much explain how the best ones are and all that good stuff. But that mode isn't really, there's nobody like dying to play Undead Siege. You know what I mean? Like, every once in a while you hop in, it's fine, do some challenges, whatever it might be, and that's it. So what you need is like a really good map. Now, Nocturne Totem, Shinonuma, the two maps that have been leaked to come to COD Mobile, or we already have Shinonuma, but Nocturne Totem, that's not really a great map. It's not. It didn't have an Easter egg. Like, there's not a lot to it. It's more bare bones than this map that we're playing now. So what you want is a very good, well-known, complicated map. Now, I'm not saying that we can get Origins. I'm not saying that, right? Or you put Origins in COD Mobile, and people will be set. All right, I'll start speed running. Okay, you'll see me start speed running Origins. So I know that Easter egg like a motherfucker, and I can do it all the time. So I'm not saying you need that, but you just need a better all-around map with some real replay value that people, haven't seen in a while. I'm thinking a map like Buried. You know what I mean? Buried from Black Ops 2. You could do that. If you want to go to BO3, you got a lot of great maps in BO3, right? Zetsubo no Shima, Garag Krovi, Drak. A lot of these maps are pretty complicated, be very difficult to put together. But those are phenomenal maps, right? I think they could also go, they likely won't leave the Treyarch route. They won't go to non-Treyarch games, so you won't see the Final Riot, Raven, the Redwood, Zombies, and Spaceland. But you could see other Treyarch maps, maybe newer ones. So if they've got Nocturne Totem in the game, then they already have a chunk of D Machine already ready to go. So they could just put D Machine into the game, and that's like Nocturne Totem on steroids, right? It's got a lot more to it. So I think there's a lot of potential, not to mention the hidden zombies maps that are already in COD Mobile. Nuketown Zombies was a zombies map in Black Ops 2. So you just make that and copy it over, and that's something, you know what I mean? Just add a dark skybox and put zombies on the map, and that's pretty much it. There you go, you're done. Then you got on Blackout, you got Verrucht. Verrucht is like the second zombies map ever created. So Shinonuma is like the third. Nocturne Totem, which has been leaked, is the first. Verrucht is the second, right? So Verrucht's kind of partially already in the game. So put that in, right? Bus Depot, which is Bus Station on Isolated, that's a zombies map. Like, why don't you just put a dark skybox over that and put it in the game as a round-based zombies map. It's just like the stuff is already there. I feel like these changes would not be that difficult to do, right? To get these put into the game. Now, what's another aspect of this mode that could be kind of switched up to make more fun? Well, the Abomination boss fight, right? So this is what you get into. You just queue into a game. You go through your 8 rounds, and then you fight the Abomination. Well, what happened to Jaboku? Do you guys remember Jaboku? I haven't seen Jaboku in a long time. I can't remember the last time I played the Zombies mode and I fought Jaboku instead of the Abomination. So where is that? You know what I mean? Why don't you create a new boss and put a new boss in here, right? It could be a boss from a previous Zombies game and just copy and paste it over, right? You already have the Wardens in this game and other Zombies bosses from like Alpha, Omega, and stuff like that. So why don't you put in another previous Zombies boss just for us to fight, right? What if you just put in a boss fight mode where the goal is just to fight the bosses and get better at the boss fights? Things like that to kind of make the mode more fun and enjoyable for people to play, more replay value, adding things into the mode, things like that, right? If you bring in new maps, you can bring in new perks, right? Tombstone, Banana Colada, stuff like that to sort of spice up the gameplay. That being said, I feel like I've covered a lot of the ways to fix this. I think, the question is really, when they do make a change, right, and they actually add something to this game mode, how long is the replay value going to be there for them to actually decide to keep things around and keep adding to the mode, right? Because we kind of dictate by how much we play the mode whether they gear more content towards that mode, right? I think it's very reasonable to say that the next 5 years, this should be their strategy. A new Zombies map comes out every year around Halloween for the next 3, 4, 5, 6 years, right? Nocturne Totem, Verrucht, Bus Station, Bus Depot, Transit, Buried, Origin, some new Zombies map comes out every year in October. And that's our Zombies content for the year. And it'll, you added a new battle pass, you added new content with that, and it makes it more fun for just a little bit, right? For some people, for just a little bit. Some people, they don't have as much time to play, so they'll enjoy it for longer. But you keep this mode along, right? Obviously, MP is the main and BR is right behind it, but you can still keep this mode exciting and more replayable. I just think this is like, it's not really a difficult fix. That's really all I'm saying. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. It's been your boy Marcus and Morsini. I'm out. Peace.